Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. We're continuing our look at the Studio Constructicons with Skipjack. Now of course Skipjack is, as we stated earlier with our video on Rampage, is basically a repaint of Rampage due to the fact that people that were working on the script for the movie didn't realize that they needed Rampage to be in two places at once. So they just let Rampage go off to fight Bumblebee and created Skipjack to fill his role of being the left leg to Devastator. So all in all, in an essence, he's basically just a repaint and a slight retool of Rampage. But if you do buy the gift set version of Devastator, then this is the figure you will get as the left leg. So do bear that in mind if that's the version you do decide to pick up. I unfortunately do not have it. Given how much money I spent on getting all these guys loose, I'm sorry to say I'm not really looking forward to trying to track that one down. At any rate, we'll set Skipjack aside here so we can take a look at his display backer. Like all the Constructicons, it features the pyramids from Egypt in their preparation area that they were at to form Devastator. Get this out of the way here. And we'll take a look at Skipjack himself. We'll take a look at his articulation. Skipjack can twist at the hip just a little bit. Since he doesn't have any legs, there's no leg articulation. He's got a double jointed neck, which allows his neck to move up and down. But his head is on a separate ball joint, so it can independently look up and down. Plus, it can also turn from side to side. Looks rather creepy while doing that, too. His arm can be raised out about so far. And it does rotate at the shoulder all the way around. And there is a swivel just underneath the shoulder. Plus, of course, each of his claws, the big claws at the end, can be raised outward, can be raised up, and they have an articulated finger at the end. The smaller claws can swivel back and forth as well. For loose pieces, as I stated in the Rampage video, his smokestacks are so detachable because they come packaged separate. And they're not the same as Rampage's, as these are molded in a darker gray plastic. They don't really affect his transformation much, but you do want to know that they are there. Get those back in there. And of course, Skipjack also has a black stand. One side of it here can fold downward, which will make it easier to store under him or to put in the display base. But of course, he can't stand on this little stub by himself, so you would have to retract that in. And he can stand perfectly fine without it. Transforming Skipjack is pretty much the same as how we did it for Rampage. Start off by working on getting his claws brought inward. Start with the front ones, just to work them in. And for the ones on the back of his arms, we need to swivel them in a way so that the claw connects to some of the workings here, just like that. And there we go. And then next we're going to bring the arms up like so that we can fold the body down. Try to keep the head out of the way for the moment. And we come down here and we're going to fold out these little running boards along the side of the cabin. And then we fold the arms back. And they should attach to some little posts if they're turned straight. If they're turned straight, that's better. And of course, once they're in position, we can fold down a connecting piece from the blade and then fold it up from the arms to connect them all together. Then we want us to fold the claws down on the back. Come down here and we pop the tread free because we can store the stand down here and it'll keep the treads spaced apart the way they should be. And then we just close them up. And of course, pop that down so it brings down the wheel. And there we have it. Skipjack is now a bulldozer. Unfortunately, he suffers from the same design problem as Rampage, because these little wheels here at the bottom don't always stick out far enough to allow it to roll very well on a table. Now, since Skipjack here is the one that comes with the gift set for Devastator, we should learn how to transform him into the leg. And it's the same as what we did with Rampage. First thing we have to do is open up the treads and get the stand out of there, because we don't need it. We're going to disconnect things up here so that we can get the blade pieces out of the way. So I want us to spread the arms out. And we just swivel the claws inwards instead of going through the big complicated setup. Just adjust the claws to get the claws out of the way so that we can easily and effortlessly connect these smaller ones together. And of course, once that's done, we can put everything back, reconnect everything. I don't know why they felt the need to make the instructions so complicated for this. But then basically we just swivel up the body here. Fold in the running boards as I did while I was swinging it up. We fold out the torso piece like that. We're going to fold the body back down and then just twist it up like so. And then there we have it. Skipjack is now ready to be the left leg to Devastator. Now we get down to my thoughts. And my thoughts are, unfortunately, thanks to the poor writing out of Hollywood for Revenge of the Fallen, we end up with a figure that's really just excess. Whether you want to use Rampage or Skipjack on your Devastator figure is pretty much up to you, but due to their poor writing for the movie, we end up with an extra guy that, for all intents and purposes, serves no other purpose. Now, I mean, if you want your Devastator to be the original intent, you would use Rampage as the left leg. But if you want one that's on-screen accurate, you have to use Skipjack. And of course, if you buy the gift set, you're getting Skipjack. So while I got nothing against the toy personally, because it does look pretty good in robot mode, the bulldozer mode's pretty nice as well. It's just, unfortunately, because of him being a last-minute created extra, it just brings about a stigma of being excess and rather wasteful. At any rate, that's my review of the studio version of Skipjack. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please leave me a thumbs up here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and join our ranks. Make sure to ring the bell so you'll be notified when we post new content. We also ask that you share this video with your friends and fellow collectors. That helps this channel grow. And also leave your thoughts about Skipjack in the comments down below. This is Sparkster1701 saying I'll catch you all later.